Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome back to another episode of Library of Ruina. I was going to say Roland Must Die, and I'm not sure where that one came from. So we are doing...
well, it's like Romeo Must Die, right?
Yeah, maybe? I literally have no idea where it came from. It just, like, was in my brain.
Oh, more fixers. Why is it fixers in particular?
So I think... so fixers are kind of your standard combat mercenaries, and we're just going to be going up the food chain as far as fixers go until we start biting at the wings and the hands.
But the thing is, the chefs seemed a little bit out of the ordinary. I was hoping that we'd see more facets of the society than just the fixers.
I think we will. Mm-hmm. Though, I think it's only limited amounts. I don't think we're going to be seeing a whole lot of the street level stuff. I think it's going to be more like politics and conspiracies and the movers and shakers within this mega city.
Why is our office so unpopular with clients? Our office is officially designated by the Zwei Association as an affiliate, too. And the crime rate of territory secured by the Streetlight office remains at a remarkable 0%, as long as the contract is in effect.
We only cover 2 blocks of space at most, though. And we'll eventually get work if we wait. I like his weird slab sword.
Oh, yeah. Is she wielding a caution?
It looks like it's wrapped with caution tape, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. You can keep waiting for the rest of your life. I'm seriously considering moving to another office.
Never thought you'd have what it takes to work for a bigger office.
Unlike you, I have several business connections I made from experience. Do you understand? Your mother must be too busy being a legendary fixer or whatever. Well, I have friends who can help me right away.
Yeah, some great fixer you are.
Yeah. Why, thanks. I know I'm great. Hey, you ate the cake in the fridge, didn't you?
As I have work for you. Fighting again, are ya? This
SOB ate the cake without even asking me.
The expiration date was yesterday, so I took care of it. That's all. Which is relatable. We used to be in an illustration program at our college together, and we had like a big studio space where people could work on their art in peace, you know.
And there was this little
24/7.
communal fridge, and people put milk in theirs.
So we had this little communal fridge that people could put stuff in, but obviously art students, college students, people are kind of sloppy. And so usually we clean it out every couple of weeks, or if there was something that was expired in there, we'd get rid of it. Finals week, I'm done. I'm starting to leave, and as I think a senior, I was like, yeah, I'll clean out the fridge. I won't touch anything that's clearly recent. But there's this milk that's been expired for like a month now. I'm going to get rid of it. And so I throw it out. And then like hours later, one of the underclassmen is just on an absolute bender, furious that somebody touched her month expired milk. And was just causing up a storm at me. It was very strange. And so eventually I go to buy her some fresh milk. It was like $2 too. It was very strange that she was so mad about it because it was rancid. I could smell it because it was one of the carton milks, not the twist top. So like you could see that it was grosser on the top. And I'm assuming she was always kind of a high strung person. So my assumption is that she was just looking for a fight. And because I touched her milk, I was a target. But it was just like instantly lost all respect I had for her because it's expired gross milk. What are you doing? But, you know, a day out of date is maybe a bit different. Anyway.
It's my cake. And even if it's expired, I'll take care of it on my own.
Anyway, boss, how about that work?
Don't change the topic.
I'll get you another cake, so calm down for a moment, okay?
But that was a limited edition cake.
I'm still rather skeptical about it, but I got this one from a friend of mine at the association.
You mean that associate fixer working directly under the Zwei?
Yeah, it's her. The Hana Association has yet to consider this request as a subject that needs to be addressed officially. Have you heard of the library? Some stories of it. We overheard rats talking about it.
Said the books in that place have tremendous value or whatever.
I see. I retrieved an invitation to that library from my friend, as I mentioned. But we might not get much payment for this request if it's off the record.
And it won't count towards our official career either.
Such as it is, the association's trying to remain cautious about it.
Are we really going to walk right into this place knowing nothing about? Or we know nothing about?
She did promise to see to it that we're rewarded with pay comparable to an urban legend class request if everything goes well. Huh. Surely it was a bad idea after all, don't you think? Let's do this.
Guess we have no choice. It's still too uncertain, but we need that money. We haven't been too busy lately.
Thanks, everyone. We'll get through like we always have.
Oh, poor folks.
Yeah, I actually feel bad for these people again. It's easy when we're kidnapping weird crime people, but when they're just like normal folks, it's like,
Yeah, arguing over day-old cake in the fridge
Yeah.
and such. Zwei? Hana?
They're talking about associations of fixers. It takes more than just setting up an office to jump into the fixer business. There are a total of 12 fixer associations across the city, each in charge of different types of work. Cases and requests are all sorted according to the type sent to one of these associations.
Associations manage offices and delegate work to them, I see.
That's right. Sometimes the association might send documents to multiple offices at once, or directly have associate fixers take care of the work. And among them, the Hana Association is in overall control of all fixers. They grade fixers and authorize offices and stuff.
Do offices have grades as well?
Essentially, the requests are sent out by the requests sent out by the associations are graded too.
They really love to grade things, don't they?
It's easier to know that way.
Know what?
How valuable I am as a person. Think about it. Who in the city could claim this is my worth with confidence? Everyone's busy minding their own business. No one's going to be lounging around having deep conversations about each other's value. Knowing each other's grades and affiliations, on the other hand, can save a ton of words. You can tell if you're above or below a person you're talking to right away. How many YouTube subs do you have? Huh.
Ugh. Sounds like people stopped trying to learn a thing or two about it at some point.
Learn or
think about it. Okay, sorry about that.
I think it's the little like flickery pages going up. They're distracting.
They are very distracting. Sounds like people stopped trying to learn or think about it at some point.
Bet you won't say the same once you've experienced the city life for a bit. You have to interact with so many people out there, whether you want to or not. People have been looking for ways to adapt to the city, and this is just one of them. I think part of it is also when we're reading aloud, we're kind of racing the text going out. If you wait just a little bit, it goes ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Guess we really are desperate. To think that we'd take on a job like this.
Stop complaining. We should be glad to have work at all.
I know. Do you really have to point out the obvious?
Now, cool it, guys. Can't tell if you're best friends or worst enemies.
Excuse me. Please don't associate me with this goof.
I certainly don't want that either. All right. Let's have a feast at Julie's restaurant once this is over. Tabs on me.
Yeah.
Greetings, dear guests. You seem to be well acquainted with each other.
Who are you?
Prepare yourselves.
There's no need to be so wary. Your deal has not yet started. Or has yet to start. Or started yet?
Hasn't started yet.
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Oh, we can do a convo log, so if I miss something. That's good.
No, but she hasn't done the name. Oh, now she's doing the namesake bit. I'm surprised that she even prefaced with anything else. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
Nice to meet you. I'm San from the Streetlight office. We were brought here by invitation. There's something I'd like to ask about it.
What is it?
I actually retrieved this invitation from another person, not directly from you. Are we still eligible?
Oh, wait. Did
No.
the other friend give it to them even though they were the intended target?
No, she's explaining it right here.
Oh, once again, asking questions when they're just about to be answered. Yes, indeed. The invitation eventually reached you, dear guest, and you signed your name with your own will. Everything has worked as intended.
I see.
May you find your book in this place.
Huh, she is a nicer person than I thought.
Did that look like a human to you? I mean, she did have the shape of a person, but something about her didn't feel right. Though I can't exactly put it to words.
She probably is a machine. Didn't expect to see a machine that's so similar to a human being. Let's focus on our work. Once again, you must back off as soon as you feel like you're in danger. You cannot escape. Okay, so what do they do? Mixture of damage. So what are they weak to? Weak to blunt. Ah. No weaknesses. But lower stagger resist? Not by much. Deals stagger damage against enemies at a slower speed. Chance to afflict burn. Flaming bats. So that's what she has. On a clash win, boost dies max value of next die by 3 at a 25% chance. So weak to blunt, nothing. Weak to piercing and slashing. Huh. So the question is, do I want to keep using Roland and Adam? Not that they're, like, strictly stronger.
Do you have the other ones equipped with anything?
No, but I could fix that kind of quickly. Oh, no, I can't.
No, it doesn't look like you can. You might have to prepare for another battle.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Huh.
Did you just back out?
I backed out. It's fine. We can skip all the dialogue. Let's, oh, gosh.
It's going to take a lot of prep, but...
Yeah. It's going to take some amount of prep. It's not that bad. Okay, so let's just have him
I still feel
be
bad for
weird
these
and
folks.
creepy. Oh, yeah. No, it's one of those where it's like, you kind of feel for them a little bit, just in terms of, like...
Then again, I suppose they don't know what they're doing as fixers normally.
I mean, it made it sound like they were just acting as kind of private police.
For a couple blocks.
Yeah, but like only a small area. Okay, do we even want any of these? Boost slash damage. No. Wait, what?
Did you just choose...
I can do that?
What?
I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that.
What?
I think my mod broke some things. I'm intentionally not going to do that. Not unless I'm like really having a hard time.
I also don't know if you're supposed to have more than 3 or 4 of them. For passive attributions.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, that window would traditionally hold 4.
No. It keeps going down.
It can keep going
Yeah,
down. But the thing is,
it's based on your cost. But, whoops. Okay. On use, protection to all allies, next scene. Might snag that and look for some... He does piercing and slash only. So we want to do mostly blunt if I can. Unfortunately, we don't have too much. I guess we got endure. On clash win, paralysis. It's not big damage though.
now, Japan is known for its huge emphasis on work culture. What's Korea's? Considering I believe this is a Korean game, correct?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna say a lot of technological progress is probably part of it.
Well, isn't there some statistics out there that say that Samsung is about, is it a 5th or more of all business?
If I remember right, Korea is kind of run by only a handful of corporations, which is part of the issue.
Mm-hmm. But I know that so much of it is Samsung. Like, I think they even have people represent them in the government.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy.
Unless I'm mistaken, that is the case. Let's see. Do I want to go for cooking prep instead of cruelty? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
So it does make me wonder if games like these are not just an exploration of a potentially dystopic future, but almost magnifying what currently exists.
Yeah.
To at least shed some light to it.
There.
As far as I recall, gaming is still huge there, right? They
Yes.
have the whole dedicated, what is it? Kind of like the cafes with just computers. And still, I believe, a burgeoning MMO scene. But do you think MMOs are on the decline?
At least in the West, I know mobile MMOs have been kind of taking off in their replacement. I think main thing is there was a period of time where there were a ton of people trying to make WoW clones and WoW killers.
And so
those-
many of them were out of Korea, I believe. Isn't that where you got the... I mean, is ArcAge Korean? And
Yeah.
then also like a lot of the stuff that NCSoft had done at one point was as well. Wasn't there also that one with the angels and the demons? Oh, what is it called?
Aeon? Maybe?
Aeon, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Ion. It was AI? Yeah, it was something like that.
Okay.
Music here is nice.
He's weak to bleed, kind of, sort of. She does. Yeah, the music is good.
Yeah, it's an upbeat synth. Like, I suppose so much of it is usually droning and dark, but this is light-hearted.
This is the techno zone, which is probably part of it. Okay. Because we haven't actually fought on this floor before, so we haven't heard this music.
I really like it.
Yeah. Okay. On Clash win.
This is the kind of music I would sometimes listen to when doing paintings and such.
Yeah.
Just it's the driving. You feel productive when you're listening to things like that.
I wish I had been... Wow. Okay. I need to learn the mechanics better. Okay. So violence. Minimum value of all die by 1, max value. Or metallic ringing. No.
That's blunt attacks. I don't know if your characters excel at that either. I think they're both equipped with... Well,
He's got blunt.
yeah,
He's got slashing, he's got blunt, and they've both got a little bit of pierce. So he's going for him, which is... maybe a little bit of a concern. Problem is, he's resistant to slashing, which is part of my issue. Unless... what if I messed him up?
is that one guy almost gone?
Yeah, he's almost gone. I'm gonna preemptively do this. Okay. Yeah, because I beat him in a clash, which did a ton of damage to him. Like I said, I think I need to learn how to actually play this game.
Well, the other thing too is because you have it on fast mode,
Yeah.
you can't really see the dice that are rolling. If you notice above their head, they have... I think they had dice that said 2 to 3.
Yeah. So he's got 3, he's got 2. This is their initiative order. If you're faster than a person, I think you get to... oh, I forget how it works exactly. Oh. I guess I can just hit him with a gut harvesting. Since he's been broken, he is just weak to everything. So, rolls a 4. Rolls a 4 again. Yeah, so I think whoever rolls higher in a conflict gets a bonus. Curtain call for the reception of streetlight office. Okay. Yeah, so we can leave it on slow mode for a while. Hey, and we got some headwear. Chance to boost evade die power, stagger resist, and...
Wait, it's a different mouth? It's Yoon's office representative. Oh, huh? So, those look like glasses.
Yeah. I'll have to look at how to get those. But again, that's probably something I'm going to do when we hit like a difficulty cliff or difficulty wall.
Okay.
They're still rookies. It's not a good idea for fixers to form such tight bonds with each other. Well, I guess this will be a lesson for them.
It's not a lesson if they don't
Yeah, if they're
survive it,
books
though.
now.
That's the thing.
Ooh.
You talk as if you're used to all this.
Huh? Oh, I've already grown past that phase, and some more too. Forming bonds aren't bad per se, but there's too much risk associated with it. The real deal, fixers know when to cut things off.
You mean to keep enough distance from people so that you won't feel hurt from their losses?
Yep. It's just ironic that people who aren't even mentally prepared to face death are applying for a job that involves killing in the first place. Oh.
Oh, a new character.
Yeah, it's the training girl. I forget her name. Literature, huh? This has got to be the most unfitting category for the city. Hod. There
So
we go.
Hod.
Or Hode? I think it's Hode.
Hode.
Hello, I'm Hode, in charge of the floor of literature.
Hey, I'm Roland, helper of Angela in several ways.
I see.
Don't tell me. Do you also happen to hold some sort of grudge against Angela?
I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain. But we made a deal with her, so we're obliged to help her without complaint.
Oh boy. Future ain't looking too bright. Everyone's got a problem with Angela. What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation?
She's done something unforgivable, just like I did in the past.
I still don't know a whole lot about this place, but I can see one thing. Something's terribly messed up with the library and its staff. Can all this even be resolved at some point?
I can't answer that for sure, but you'll get to see the result. After all, there is a clear end to this deal. If you follow Angela along her journey to the end, you will find out.
This is frustrating already. I have guests to receive and the librarians to take care of. Can't we all just be good friends in the library at least?
Hmm?
Oh, she just looks like she has a happy expression right now. So are they just sitting politely at some tables? I see.
Among the books you bring, I'll be sorting through those about the literature of the city. As we collect more books, you might be able to find the answers to your questions, whether you like it or not.
Gah. Finally starting to get why Angela hates roundabout speech so much. Alright, fine. I'm gonna dig to the bottom of this mystery now that I've gotten into this mess.
Good luck, Mr. Roland.
Why, thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hode.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's about the literature, the histories? Or is it just literature as opposed to history?
What happened to the... Oh. Interesting. Did we only get one book from those?
Book
Three?
of Mars, Book of...
Or maybe we get the correct pages here. Mars's page. Only Mars, though.
I mean, some of the character cards look like they're the guy with the dark hair, too. Sans. So
Yeah.
there was San, Mars, and Lulu.
Huh. Let's see. I'm just gonna double check this one. Oh. That's why.
There is a part 2?
There's a part 2. Okay. Well, you know, this combo actually worked reasonably well.
When are we going to face more abnormalities?
So whenever we can clear these chapters. So
Oh,
use
you almost
abnormalities, pages on librarians in battle, and book of question mark. So we're actually getting kind of close with the floor of history.
Oh, that's the floor of history. Okay, good.
And then this one, we have to unlock at least another floor. So we'll be facing plenty of them. Just don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly just take a look at the new key page from Mars. So he endures. Oh, and he's tough, too.
And he's normal.
Yeah, so he has no weaknesses, I think.
That's cool.
Speed dice slot +1 cannot overlap. Deals stagger damage against enemies with a slower speed. So Mars is wicked good. The only problem is we only have one of the pages. Here's the question. Can I burn more of them? Oh, no. I think we can only have...
You only have Mars at the moment.
Well, I think I can only have one. Yeah, so we got a bunch more cards, but...
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, who do I give it to? Do I want to just give it to Roland?
If he's the character you intend to continue using.
I'm assuming we're going to be using Roland for this entire dang game.
Mm-hmm. He is your main protagonist.
Yeah. Okay, so let's revert attributions. Oh, wrong one. Okay, edit key pages. Okay. Let's equip him. Edit key page. Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be the kind of thing that we probably have to do somewhat often.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, got to a new tier. Time to quickly re-equip some of these attributions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of management in between.
Oh, it looks like we can only have 4 attributed key pages, though. To answer your kind of previous question.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can have as many passives in use, but we can only have so many attributions. Don't do bleed.
Ah, that's fun. They call them attributions.
Yep.
It's almost like you're having an essay or a paper or a book that involves research, and they have a attribution section for relevant authors that contributed work to it. Or also if someone references the work of another person.
Yeah. Okay. So nonstop assault, for example, is not as interesting. It doesn't have as interesting of effects, but it has a higher potential damage. Yeah. I don't know. I think I might...
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about books and how I've just been seeing a spate of games as of late. I mean, this one's obviously older, but that focus on libraries and writing and ink and pens and things of that nature, you know?
Yeah.
And I think if you look at, for instance, things like music and movies and video games where so much of the distribution is digital now, books have been the one holdout piece of media that continues to exist and is actually still predominantly in print.
Yeah.
Magazines are shutting down, news and papers and stuff, they're all shutting down. And
I think books are having their own issues. Like, I know book publishers are having major problems too.
yeah, but when I was doing my research about digital distribution when it came to video games and movies and other media and such, and the importance of having physical media, one of the things that was pointed out was that while all the statistics are leaning, 80-90% digital and so many other things,
Books are the only ones. Physical books are not.
Physical books are almost the opposite. I think maybe it's still like over 50% at the very least.
Yeah.
Is still consumed physically.
Yeah. I think ultimately because it's not comfortable reading on a phone for a lot of people. The text is awkward. It can hurt power and
eye strain.
Yeah.
I think people still like the tangibility of their books.
I also wouldn't be surprised if older people tend to read more than younger people, and older people might prefer to step away from digital devices or just aren't, don't have the habit ingrained.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wait, they survived?
Yeah, apparently, but Mars did not.
Oh, so Mars was the only one killed?
I guess so.
Wait, we've never seen this occur.
Yeah. I'm terribly sorry. It's all my fault that the job went wrong. How'd they even get out of the library?
Yeah, I would have expected at the end of the encounter for there to be a sequence where they show the two fleeing, that
Yeah.
they were told to flee as soon as things went south, right?
Yeah.
How were they allowed out?
I don't know. We're taking our hands off the library from now on. This is out of our scope to begin with. I already sent a report to Zvi.
What? What about Mars? Was his death pointless then?
I really am sorry. You can blame me all you want. I misjudged. Our profession is peacekeeping, not exploration or combat.
There's a cake in the fridge. Was that you, boss?
Cake? No, I didn't buy any cake yet.
I'll go outside for a bit. You stupid idiot. It's not like you to go out and buy cakes for others. You said your mother's an amazing fixer. You'd love to show off your stupidly huge sword, saying it's a gift from her. You bragged so much that you'd be just like your mother someday. Huh? Mars's book. That's what happens to the people who died in there? I won't let them toy with him. I'll never let them. Son'll totally try to stop me if I bring this up. I'll go there on my own. I've got friends to help me, too.
Boy, this is frankly heartbreaking. Shouldn't have seen that.
That's funny, coming from someone who gave a speech on how fixers shouldn't cling to bonds.
That's that, and this is this. Still, reacting to every bit of loss is a waste of energy. Everyone lives with burdens to bear. I have my share of unfortunate events, and so do others. And it's rude to expose that without the listener's agreement. They'll be bothered to learn something they didn't really have to know. Already carrying a hefty load of emotional baggage, and telling them your sob story will feel like you're showing off how heavy your own baggage is. You might feel a bit of sympathy, but they'll also be displeased. Don't overexpress your feelings, whether you're happy or sad, and say goodbye to each other with the appropriate words. It's all for the sake of each other.
That sounds even more tiring to me.
And I shouldn't let my feelings distract me from my librarian work, most of all. Gotta stay level-headed and help you collect books about the city.
You're right. As soon as you become useless to me, I'll dispose of you.
Then I'll go back to my duties of being a useful servant for the sake of my survival, ma'am.
Oh, did she just outright attack?
Yeah, immediately.
Greet it.
Shut up. I don't need a greeting from a despicable piece of junk. I'm here for Mars's book. I'll get his book. I'll kill all the monsters here, and I'll blow your head clean off.
I'm afraid your third statement is going to be difficult for you to fulfill, dear guest.
I said, shut up.
May you find your book in this place.
Okay, so Lulu's friend... Oh, we're just fighting Lulu's friend
Lulu's
for the first
friends,
act.
the ones that she brought with her.
I wonder in that case.
Unfortunately, I don't want to be crying or yelling or screaming into the microphone because that would blow people's ears off. So I know there is an art to doing loud, soft, it's paradoxical, I know,
Loud, soft
voice
yelling.
acting, where you artificially make your voice sound like you're yelling or you're screaming, but not at a volume that will actually hurt.
We have 2 dice now?
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Is
Maybe
that-
we only use one of them.
Is that because of your character or?
9? I have no idea. Okay, so let's try an overpower on her. I do both?
You can attack twice?
What? Okay, so she's weak to piercing. Because I don't have much for piercing. Okay, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. 2 to 6, 2 to 6. Let's do that. Okay. So she rolled a 2, we roll a 6, we mess her up. Okay. I understand how this works now. So she's got a 3, we get a 6, so we just defend. 2, we do not. And then 2 for an extra hit. Okay, I'm understanding more about this.
Yeah, so having the quick mode off allows you to actually see those numbers.
Okay, pale hands or scars. Less damage from slash attacks when hits. Let's just go for that. Put it on Roland. Okay. Here's the thing. I've got 4. Shoot. I guess I can just do nothing. So she's weak to pierce.
Now, when you unlock more of the creatures on each floor, will you be able to change which ones you have equipped?
Yeah.
Because the bathtub one is creepy.
The bathtub one is creepy, yes. I think it might be based on what abnormalities you have on the floor you're on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But I'm curious if you get to choose or if it randomly chooses one of them for you.
I think it randomly chooses. Yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't know.
Until we acquire 2 on a floor, we will not know the answer to that question.
Yep. Bye. Yeah, so we can even
They look
kind of.
so happy. It doesn't make
Well, they're
sense.
using the pre-existing face expressions, I think, from Lobotomy Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. But yeah, I don't like the bloody bathtub either. Let's see, I guess I'll just do that. And she's super messed up.
It's always
Okay.
frightening when a liquid, especially a sanguinous,
Can I just do pee?
Variety.
Sure, die.
reaches for you. I do like how the card art shows up.
Yeah.
Whenever they use their abilities.
Yeah, I think I'll go for not quick mode. Quick mode just, I think, is too detached.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, so Lulu herself and then more friends.
Yep. So probably sticking with these two. She's weak to slashing. Weak to slashing. Weak to slashing. Hold up.
You might want to choose the ones that are more effective against slashing.
Yeah.
That's if they're strong enough to be put to task, you know?
I think they are. He does a lot of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And also they have bleed.
Oh,
I'll give it a shot. If we fail, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, they're all weak to slashing, so...
yeah, he didn't come here to die like that. It's all your fault.
Okay,
So those are the powerful nerds you're talking about, huh?
So 1 to 6, clash win, gain endurance, then a 4 to 5. Okay, so cooking prep.
At some point, we should fight with characters from every floor just so that we can listen to all their soundtracks.
Yeah.
Because I love this one, but I'm curious about the others. And the base floor, we've heard several times at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Do they sell the soundtrack anywhere?
I will check. Ouch. Let's see. Successful blunt attack, blinded paralysis, or violence. Who needs a violence? Let's go with him. Okay, so they're messed up. They are alternating their targets. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to hit this guy. They're doing 2 hits. They're doing 3. Not a lot of bleed being tossed their way either.
And as I recall, Lulu has a flaming bat.
Yeah. I guess I'll just do a dirty blow. Hope for the best. They're doing 2 hits. Okay. Yeah, do I do gut harvesting or no, we just do a cooking prep. And unfortunately, we can't get to that last character because we don't have enough people.
Mm-hmm.
But we can still mess them up and get them a lot of bleed.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, they boost one of their die. Put that on him. Ah, music's amped up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it's speed me, which is annoying. I forget what being faster does exactly. That's
Well, that's just on a clash win and on hit.
yeah. 3 to 7 versus 5 to 7. I roll the dice. Okay, so she's doing that again. 3 to 5, 4 to 8. I don't have a whole lot of high value secondary hits, which is unfortunate for me. So I think I might just do an overpower.
Oh,
tie. Bad.
Oh,
yeah.
no. You got defeated there, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all kind of aiming for me. Sort of.
That one guy looks like he's going to go down soon, right?
Yeah. So I've got some options here. There they go.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
How did he flank that other one?
Because I outspeeded them. So, not the best position, not the worst. And we have some healing.
Sorry I couldn't help you in the end. One fell, gotta stay sharp. Don't want to end up like him. Yeah. It's an interesting how they have little quotes at the bottom. Should have made more accurate judgments, is what Yasad is saying.
Okay, 3 to 6, 5 to 6. He's a 5 to 7, which is kind of tough.
Oh, are you about to lose Adam?
Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's 3 to 5, 3 to 5, and a 4 to 4. They got rough.
Now, I noticed that you have 3 bars.
These here?
No. Whenever you bring up a character, there's their health. 25 is some kind of gold bar.
That's their stagger bar.
And then is the relationship one the third?
Oh, I don't know anything about that, actually.
Ah, there we go.
Okay. Well, we took out the one guy. Not the best. Who's she aiming for? Okay, he's donked.
Yeah, he might be gone.
That's okay, because she's weak to bleed, and I can get
Do you
her with
lose characters permanently when they're killed?
No, they come back. Oh, and she's barely got to move. Oh, sick.
Wait, you rolled a 6.
Yeah, outrolled her. And now it's time for me to ruin her. Okay, let's see. No mercy. That was a little harder.
Book of Lulu obtained.
Yep.
So I wonder if San is going to be the last one?
Probably,
or...
yeah. And he'll have some assistance. Yeah, so I'll have to figure out the requirements on these, because I thought you would get these from specific challenges, but no, it seems to be based on things that you do.
Are you feeling guilty or any strong emotions?
I'd be lying if I said I feel nothing, but I've already seen plenty of these cheap tragedies. Been the victim myself a whole lot of times, too.
You sound like a seasoned veteran for someone who's introduced himself as a washed-up fixer.
I have my reasons. What, are you curious?
You said it's rude. A rude thing to do, didn't you?
Huh.
Besides, I could simply turn you into a book and read your story if I really wanted to know.
Whoa now, let's not go there yet. Well, how about you? I'm curious to know what our head librarian thinks.
Me? Indifferent. I've also seen relationships and scripted deaths too many times and repeat. So I've been trying to run a system where people are free to choose their own destiny this time around, free from any coercion.
I mean, sure, they all read the warnings on the invitations and agree to those terms by signing their names, but it's still a bit dirty, you know? You're unkillable, and I can revive whenever I die.
Again with that. I thought you said my method is fair.
Yeah, you aren't wrong. Much more polite and fair than most things in the city. Ah. So... Oh no, Hode. Well, we can fight an abnormality.
Ooh.
Okay, key page. Oh,
Wait, with Hode?
yeah. Let's see. Book of Lulu. And then the Backstreet's Fixers. There we go. So we get Lulu's pages, Lulu's friends.
So it's the Flaming Bat ability.
Yeah.
And set fire.
I'm gonna do one more set. I'm not sure if we have all the pages. Because we have the kind of anti-grind mod, it says like 5 out of 5, 4 out of 4, and I'm not entirely sure if it's like, did we get all of those or did we not?
Are those all the pages you can acquire at all of that particular variety?
Yeah.
Huh.
So if you notice, it's depleted.
Mm-hmm.
So the more of them we've got, the less there will be. That's showing all of the available ones I have yet to roll. And now I understand why they made a gacha game as their next one. This is slightly gacha. I just modded it out. I think.
What was the gacha game?
It's called Limbus Company. I'll probably play that without you just because I'm assuming it's going to be even grindier. Okay, so let's take a look at Hode. Key page. So Lulu. So she's really bad against Slash. But she does burn, which is good. Lulu's friend. Chance to boost Slash damage, but otherwise kind of sucks. I don't know. Hode with a bat just looks really funny to me, so sure, why not?
Yeah. Just thinking about gachas and gachapons and how at the game stores that we go to and whatnot, there's all the little, gachapon figurine boxes. It's not the ones that you can peer inside like the transparent balls and you can vaguely see what you might get. No, it's the fully opaque cardboard box, and it's, hey, these are some really cool Pokemon sculpts, but you only like half of the designs because one of them is invariably Pikachu with some other Pokemon, and the other ones, it's a mixture of, there are over 1,000 Pokemon at this point, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be some that you go, oh, that's cool, or I'm not incredibly attached to that one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you look at that and you go, I have potentially a 50-50 chance of getting a statuette that I do not want. And they sell for $20, the nice fancy Pokemon ones, right? And they're only a few inches tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one of our friends might actually buy the full sets, because if you buy a full intact box of usually 6 different figurines, it's guaranteed that each one of them is present. But unless you know where they're positioned in the box upon opening it, which sometimes I think people do manage to go, oh yes, spot 1 is always this one, spot 2 is always this one, spot 3 is always this one. But if you don't know, and someone at the store could have taken one from a different part, and then you wouldn't be able to use that method to know what one you're going to get. I don't like the idea of spending all that money on something where you don't even know if you're getting what you want,
Yeah.
So unless I like every single design in a gachapon set and would be fine with getting any of them, it's questionable to me. I go, do I really want this? And I think there are also some sellers that pre-open the boxes and go, hey, you can be guaranteed this one. But I think it costs a little bit more.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oop. Library. Hode.
Ooh, today's shy look.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, so this is the one where there's a figure that's moving back and forth in the background, and this might even remain
I
true
remember
for this
this
fight.
one.
And you had to time it in real time.
Right, so that when you stopped, it was on a happy face, right?
Yep.
Because if it got angry, then...
Dice gain different amounts of power depending on the current face.
Wait, really?
Yep.
So it does still use the face.
2 to 16.
I'm just shy, that's all. Just shy.
Okay, I don't know which locks it in. That doesn't. Uh-oh.
Oh no! Whenever I see that, it reminds me of that one Doctor Who episode. I've seen very few Doctor Who episodes, but
Moisturize me.
Yeah, I vividly remember the one where there was a woman's face that had just been stretched out. And wasn't she some ambassador or something?
I think she was kind of the head of the equivalent of like British paranormal intelligence.
Really?
Ish.
Gosh.
I forget, but she had been hunting the Doctor for like a while as kind of an antagonist. Okay, 2 to 16.
What boggles me though is if she didn't have eye sockets,
it doesn't really matter, does it?
Or even a fully functioning mouth, much less a tongue, how can you be a flat piece of skin?
Yeah.
Your musculature would be gone. Like, nothing would work. Nothing would function.
Correct.
On an anatomical level.
It was dumb nonsense for kind of a throwaway episode to make her weird. All right, here's the books you asked for.
Thanks, Mr. Roland.
No need to be so courteous. You can drop the mister and just call me Roland.
Can I? Roland?
Much better.
It feels kind of awkward to speak like this right away.
I like it how his role is servant.
Servant Roland.
It does say there. You'll get used to it. How's the collection going, by the way? I'm not sure if this city has anything worth being called literature.
It seems like each person's life counts as a work of literature. The story of one's life is written out like a book of its own. And in that story, comedy and tragedy intertwine in a complex way. It's hard to define anyone as pure evil, or pure good for that matter.
Everyone has their own personal affairs.
That's why I'm wondering if it's really okay to blindly hate someone. The fixers from the streetlight office were like a happy family, but we killed them just to get their books. I understand that it was their choice to come here, and we have our own goal to achieve, but still. It feels like I'm just making excuses for myself.
You see, Hode, taking everyone's personal affairs into consideration is only going to end up giving you a headache. You'd sometimes be just as confused as if you hadn't thought about it at all. Thinking about moral standards and fundamental causes and all that only makes everything blurry. All the while, your heart's about to burst from the emotional baggage that won't go away.
Oh, so he's just fine with being ignorant because it just makes it easier to ignore.
Maybe. He might change his mind, or maybe not. In times like that, you just go straight to where your heart leads. No need to learn or know any further. It's much easier that way.
That's your advice as a seasoned fixer, Roland?
I guess so. Here's a favorite phrase of mine. That's that and this is this. We don't live in a world that can embrace everyone's private matters.
Sounds like you've come to terms with reality.
Did ages ago. It surely was an easy and comfy way to live, all things considered. Just go with the flow wherever it may lead.
Thanks for the advice. I might need to think about this topic a little bit more. But? The phrase you mentioned might give you comfort for a short while, but it doesn't sound like a motto that will redeem your life.
Huh. Well, I suppose people have their own ways of interpreting things. I'll leave the books here. See you later then.
Redeem your life.
Okay, look at the day. Librarian's face constantly shifts, dice gain amounts depending on the current face.
Oh, there's one called social distancing.
Single ally, block dice, gain 1 to 2 power, plus 2 to 7 stagger damage on a deflect. And when using a page, all block dice that gain on that page gain power equal to the amount of defensive dice on said page. Those are useful. Urban legend. Oh, hey!
And I savor the magnificent fragrance of the sacrifice which fills my room.
Tell me, who do you think will be the one to get through all this mist and claim the collapsed nest in the end? It's hard for me to predict the outcome of this event, Underboss. Oh, sorry.
It's hard for me to predict the outcome of this event, Underboss. It has been a while since we were involved in a bloodshed of this scale. However, it is certain that we should not allow the index to take over the yoke.
Well said. The middle, the ring, and the pinky seem to be too preoccupied with their own business to take part in this strife, so that's a relief.
Wait, the middle, the king, ring,
the
and
hands.
The hands
of the head.
The hands.
Or the fingers.
Yeah, they are our fingers.
Yeah, so the hands are effectively like, I'm going to say like the FBI.
Oh, that's why they
sort
said
of.
index.
Yes.
So thumb, index, ring, middle, and pinky,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Huh.
Have you heard of the library, a recently appointed urban legend? Perhaps it'll be closely related to this nest we're so concerned with.
Go on.
I have no idea. Looks like we're about to ride a real big wave.
What wave?
At this rate, the library will soon be exalted to being an urban legend from its status as an urban myth. The city is brimming with cheap urban myths. It's really hard to tell which are real and which are made up. What's more, a lot of those urban myths turn out to be pretty plain and boring once you get down to the root of it all. The real fun begins when the urban myth gets recognized as an urban legend.
You're being too roundabout. If the associations designate us with a higher grade, we can expect to attract guests of higher classes with more valuable information. Is that what you're trying to say?
You got it. Urban legends get talked about. People will begin to acknowledge us as an actual phenomenon on the city that's worth their attention. You see, when I was a kid, my grandma used to tell me tales about all sorts of urban legends. It would always send a chill down my spine. That bugger didn't want to be reminded of the old days.
Family.
Yeah, family. Lost them all, though.
So, you're without a family now?
No one's with me anymore. I was raised by my grandma. Don't know how my parents passed away and grandma disappeared without notice one day. And then, never mind, it's nothing special.
What were you even trying to say?
Anyways, you said your goal is to get the one book that'll give you freedom, right?
That's right. I want the freedom to leave this place, and the freedom to live as myself. And the freedom to forget.
Then, is freedom the only reason you're trying to gather all these books?
You're only half right. During my time living underground, I could only pick up fragmented information about the outside world. I've seen and heard the same stories over and over and over again. I want to hear new stories now. I want to see new faces. That's also why I'm looking for the book that contains everything about the world. And a little bit of revenge at the same time.
Revenge, huh? For what?
I'm taking revenge on the abominable person and world that made me into what I am. Only after I've completed and thoroughly destroyed everything he dreamed for will my freedom finally be whole.
Yeah, so she's trying to get revenge on the main character from the last game, I think.
Interesting.
So you'll eventually get the freedom and vengeance you want if we keep following where this red invitation leads us to.
It will guide me to the book that will let me achieve such things, to be exact. How exactly those wishes will come true is beyond me. The one book that will complete me and the library. If I can find that one book containing everything I want to know, all will be resolved.
Wait, hold on. That's your whole plan? Just find the book? You don't exactly know how to earn that freedom and stuff?
The only thing I know for sure is that I myself will become whole at the end of the journey led by the invitation. The library has infinite space. I could extract infinite books from countless guests and store them all if I wanted to. But simply collecting books that are mostly filled with junk without a clear purpose in mind is rather inefficient, don't you think? Hence the invitation's guidance along the path that leads to the book I wish to obtain, as I explained before.
Let's say that you got the one book somehow, but you don't even know what it'll exactly do to you to make you whole.
I don't care what happens to me. I'll be satisfied with anything as long as I get the results.
It's almost scary how tenacious you are.
Ooh, the floor of art.
Yep.
And are those little glowing green Kodama-esque creatures?
I guess so.
They're adorable and eerily creepy at the same time. Also, look at how this place looks so much more organic. There's all of the swirling, almost vine or tree-like.
Yeah, so I think were they the medical wing in the previous one? But they always had kind of an overgrown look to them in that one as well. I think they had a giant plant in the background. Netzach, librarian of the arts, is lying flat on the floor, huh?
Lying flat on the floor?
Yeah, so at least in the previous one, Netzach was a drug addict. and also a complete loser. It looks like they haven't improved much. I think the secret lore for them was that they were dying of like a dread disease or no, somebody else was and they volunteered themselves for medical science.
Oh.
Netzek casts a glimpse at Roland while lying on the floor before turning back again. The books are all over the floor too. I'm sensing zero motivation to work.
This is Roland.
Sorry.
The problem is you did a sleepy voice and now you're yawning.
Hello, Mr. Netzak, patron librarian. You keep refusing to cooperate. Angela's gonna raise hell with me. Please wake up. Know how it feels to give everything you've got to make something, only to see it completely break. I tried so hard building a sandcastle and it got swept away by the waves. And I bet it was Angela who made those waves. I was woken up once again and called on to take charge of the work I don't want yet again. Leave me alone for a bit. I want to go back to sleep. Boy, oh boy. How could every one of you hate Angela so much? Please help me out, will ya? We're in the same boat, you know. Barely sits up. You're pitiable, man. How'd you end up in a place like this? I know, right? I think I'm in a pretty miserable spot, too. So, can you please spare some of that sympathy for us working hard together? You probably know already, but I'm Netzak, librarian of the artsy floor. And a proper introduction from me as well. I'm Roland, Angela's servant and library worker. Gotta wonder how I'm always left with the kind of work that doesn't suit me at all. You tell me. I never thought I'd work in a library of all places either. Anyway, you're going to be sorting books related to the arts from the bunch I bring, right? Apparently. You can go back now since we're done exchanging names and all. Lies back down on the floor again. Look, you can lie down all you want, but you're gonna do your work, right? Not like I have a choice in that matter. I'm counting on you. Please make sure to work, alright? Shoes Roland away.
Floor of art opened.
Oh. Big one, actually.
Wait, what?
Heart of Aspiration. Let's see. We don't have any new books to burn, so sure.
Wait, what's the Heart of Aspiration?
This sucker.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should have redone this guy's build a bit. Oh well. Okay. So, two of them, the two slow ones are targeting him.
It's dragging one of the main veins is an arm.
Yep.
And there's what, lungs off to the side?
Okay. So this is a 3 and a 4 and a... Okay. Cooking prep, or I could do a gut harvesting, but I think I might want to just do cooking prep. 2 cooking prep? Just wail on the lungs of craving?
I can't say I've ever seen lungs used as a monster before. I think I've seen hearts, and I've seen eyes, and obviously skeletons, but lungs? Like, people don't really pay much mind to lungs or livers or kidneys, gallbladders, pancreases, things of that sort. The spleen. Should I keep listing off organs? But, and then obviously you have like intestines and stuff, but I think people tend to focus on the heart, the brain, the eyes, and then maybe your gastrointestinal system. Like, you know, you have your stomach and stuff. You might have like the voracious maw and then just something that belches stomach acid and stuff. But lungs. It'd be kind of cool if, as an ability, they, through that, you know, brachial area, they're just like, and they blow air.
Okay, scars, less damage from slash attacks. Probably him. I'm barely hurting these things. It's because, they resist most damage. Oh, the point is I'm supposed to kill the heart first.
Mmm.
Lose HP if the character did not... Oh.
Deal any damage for a scene.
Yeah, so the entire point is, to some degree, the heart is killable, or at least can be defeated.
You're currently damaging the lungs, though. Lose 4 HP if...
Okay. Might as well do this. Except for I might as well hit the heart, I suppose. Because yeah, I'm not doing any damage to them normally. Well, I'm doing damage to the heart. I don't think you can easily stagger them.
Fervent beats. You're consistently rolling above them.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't actually roll that well, which is nice. Okay, I am almost out of juice, though. They're both going down here. I also don't know what happens when you run out of cards. You know what? Let's not do that. We're just going to have him do nothing for a round. And do a little bit. Do we do a struggle? Probably just do that. Oh, the heart actually did damage now. I think it's mad.
Ow.
I don't know why it's so wiggly. Okay, he did get some stuff back.
Is it preparing another move?
I don't know what it's doing. I don't like it. It's very hard to play this.
It's beating.
Let's see. Struggle, or dried up. Well, the heart ain't doing much of anything, so let's just prep strengths for the next round.
Lungs of craving. It's odd to think of lungs craving anything. I mean, I suppose you must give them air. It's kind of painful when they crave air, though, if you hold your breath long enough.
Yeah.
So I suppose that could be a craving. I suppose I associate cravings with the stomach.
Okay, I don't have too much. Time to mess the heart up, if I can. It's an interesting fight.
Nothing to say it'll become big and burst. What?
Well, I have nothing to do. Oh, oh, after this character is hit 1 times, stagger damage. No, that shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I think the reason why everything is shaking is because it's gonna explode at some point. Join me in the pulsation. Something. Unfortunately, the UI is blocking some of this. And also, the text is red on a red environment.
Okay, can I do a rampage? No, but I can do an overpower. I did get the bleed. Okay, paralyzed. Messes with their rolls. Only immediate problem is this fight has gone on way longer, and I'm not getting too much. Okay.
Oh, right, because if the longer than a fight endures for, the less you get. Is that what it is?
Sort of. I think I only get 1 energy back unless I break their stamina, but I can't.
They only have 4 HP.
Notice how all of the right column of his resistances in the top right are all gray? That means I do not do stagger damage to him. So this is pure attrition. Well. Oh. I do retaliation damage to him? Alright. Let's see. I'll have to see what I do, or what I can do about these characters. I'm just gonna let that go. Save up for a big move. Unless you're supposed to hit him with defense die.
Only
maybe.
self-destruction awaits at the end of excessive aspiration. Ew, so is it saying don't aspire too greatly or else you'll disappoint yourself?
Oh, that's how I'm taking the stamina off. I'm supposed to be beating them in die rolls. That's fine. Or defensive
if
die
you
rolls.
keep craving and, yeah, do nothing to sate it. Huh. I like all these quotes.
There's a lot of detail. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Heyo, Angela. I called them all.
Malkuth, Yesod, Not Netzach, and Hode.
I think this is the first time I've actually seen all of them together at once.
Together in a room.
Like, it's always been like maybe 2 or 3 tops, but not 4 at once.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I saw all of you gathered up in one place.
Angela,
What are you trying to accomplish with this?
Nothing special. I simply wanted to have a meetup with all of you.
All right, let's loosen up a bit, everybody.
we've got nothing to talk about with the likes of you.
Wait, I do. I have a problem with the process of retrieving the light.
You don't want to kill the guests with your own hands, do you? And you don't want to suffer yourselves either.
He's right. Even though the guests chose to come in here, we shouldn't drive people to death as part of the work again. It's not right.
You were all right with killing hundreds upon hundreds of employees, but now you're upset about killing a few strangers. Hypocrites. Don't... Oh, I see. It is still her going. Don't lump me with all of you lot, will you? I at least seek agreement from them. Got anything left to say, Netzach?
We thought we thought that would be the last of it. Not any more of this. We don't have a choice, Netzach. Nothing we say will get through to her anyway.
You're still so cold and heartless, Angela.
Don't be so emotional now. I know you all realize deep inside your hearts that this is the only way. If you didn't want to do this, you shouldn't have tried to stop me in the first place. Leave, all of you.
All right, so we now have our second abnormality on the same floor. So pulsation. All allies gain 1 to 2 strength at the end of each scene. The end of each scene, if the librarian did not deal damage with the offensive die, they lose 25% of their max HP. Oof. Increase max HP by 15%, gain speed. And librarian selected dies at the end of the 3rd scene, after which this page was chosen. Gain 4 strength, endurance, haste, and protection each scene until death. All stagger damage resistances change to ineffective. Woo-hoo-hoo. And we have Angelina. Here's the question. Can I actually, like, change them? Oh, you can customize the librarian. Oh, boy. So we have a name list, but we could also just change it ourselves. We can also do, like, library Angelina.
I wouldn't want a character named Angelina, considering we already have an Angela.
Yeah, so she gets to be... Summer. Okay. But yeah, we can also change their faces, face expressions, appearance projection. Big Summer. Small Summer. Big Summer. But you can also change it so that they look like a character. So they don't have to be super ugly wearing whatever outfit they're wearing. I appreciate that. What's an outfit for Summer? Finn's page ain't bad.
Yeah, Lenny kind of looks like a Summer. Not the expression. Actually, maybe not. Aren't they the ones that were gathering organs?
Yes. Oh, we also have body type A and B. I don't know.
The baseball bat. We just faced Lulu.
Yeah. Oh, we can also change all of those.
What they say.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just leave as such.
Wow,
for now.
look. She's so large.
She's
going
so
up
big.
the little tiny preview page.
Oh, here's a question. If I change her... Okay, so even if I change her setup, she will still be wearing Lulu's equipment. Good to know. Well, one way or another, this is a great stopping point. So, I guess with all that said, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And yeah, we'll try and get a number of these episodes out early. Oh, what is this?
I
have no idea what that
of some
is.
sort? I don't know.
Maybe it's... I see.
There's a unicorn thing.
No, this is based on the ranking we're in. It's so you can sort because there's so many pages. So this is the maximum while we were still a rumor. This is urban myth. This is urban legend.
Legends.
So it's for sorting.
So
It makes
myth being
sense.
ghost, legends being unicorn.
Yep. Okay. Well, anyway. With that said, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.